Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from E-commerce agency, and in today's video, since you guys liked the last video so much about a case study on Crown and Paw, I'm going to do another case study but more on a typical dropshipping store so that you can get a little bit from the print on demand side, but this time we're going to talk about the classic dropshipping side. I'm going to go over the website, but in this video I'm going to really go over the different creatives that they have because they have a ton and they only change a little bit. So I'm going to go over what they changed, why they changed it, and how you can apply it to your own store to find the same success that the store called Celtic Serenity has. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. So the store that I want to talk about today is called Celtic Serenity. Right off the bat, this first picture is really powerful because instead of seeing it on a white background with just the product, which is what I did before and what a lot of you do, having it in a setting where it's actually being used helps the buyer see themselves using the product. So if you're selling this fairy light spirit tree, put it in a nice setting. If you're selling a heating vest, have the first picture someone putting it on. If you're selling a kid's toy, have a kid playing with it as the first picture. If you're selling a water bottle, maybe put it in a nice setting that screams health, and put it in a nice workout setting because that's where you want people to use it. So definitely don't use a white background. If you can change up the background into something that's applicable to where it's going to be used, I would definitely do that. So even the other pictures, it's not just a white background, it's always in a setting because this gives the user or the customer ideas of where they can buy this, or when they buy this, where they can put it. So as you can see, various different settings, which is awesome because it's going to suit the different type of people that go onto the store. Because some people may like this setting. Personally, I like this setting the best. It's gonna really satisfy everyone that goes through this website and looks at the product page. So everything's pretty standard. The only thing that's really awesome here is the quantity breaks. You can get this with any app on the Shopify app store. You can just Google or search quantity breaks and you'll see a ton of them. The one that I like to use is called Bold Discount, and that's the one I personally like, but they all pretty much do the same. I would just search up quantity breaks on the app store and just pick the one with the best ratings or whichever one you like to use the best. So I'm just going to do a little trick that I did last time where you can press F12 or you can right click and press inspect. Both ways work, and I'm going to check out what app they used here. So you press this little button and you hover this, you just click anywhere, and you see here that it's the Hulk apps, the custom options. So that's the app that they used. If you like this layout and you want to kind of copy what they did, then you would use Hulk apps. Scrolling down, they have a little scarcity. So the countdown timer, personally, I don't like using countdown timers, but I would, if I was to use it, I would use something like this because it looks clean. It's not super spammy. It's not in your face. It's a really nice touch here where they say discounts auto apply at checkout, so that if they have a discount, when they buy two, they don't see the extra discount right away. They're not going to freak out because they're like, okay, the discounts auto apply at checkout. So it's little things like that that can really bump up your conversion rate and bump up your revenue at scale. Those are the things that's going to make a huge difference at scale. So pretty standard. They have specifications, they have shipping policy and how long it's going to ship, which is good because you got to set expectations with your customers. A big question that I get about shipping times is, what if it's too long? There's Amazon, there's 2-day prime shipping, 1-day shipping. But in my experience, if you're upfront with your shipping times and you tell them exactly when they're going to get their item or how long it's going to take to get their item, then you usually don't have a problem because the expectation is set. Refunds, it's good. So this is super solid. The only thing I would add to this store, maybe above all of this, I would put a small paragraph, maybe put enchant your space and then this little small paragraph up here, because the second you land on the store, you just see a bunch of features, and features don't sell, benefits do. I really like how their trust badges are customized to their theme. This might be vitals, I might be wrong. And yeah, this is awesome. This part here where they have the staggered images. Enchant your space, imagine waking up in a magical wonderland. That's amazing. So the copywriting here is fantastic. This sets a picture inside of the user's head or the customer's head, so that when they read this, I'm imagining myself waking up in a magical wonderland, and this makes me want to buy the product because I can already see the product in my life. And when I read this, your brain can't distinguish whether or not you're thinking about the future or you're thinking about the past. So it's kind of like a psychological play there, where you kind of imagine this product in your life already, so that it just makes you want to buy it even more. The next line is, this fairy light spirit tree will give you your space a feeling of enchantment and imaginative wanderlust. So one of the reasons why this product does so well right now is because, of course, everyone's at home and they want to decorate their home. But on top of that, or multiplying that, how good the market is right now is because lights, they trend every single year around this time. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So looking at Google Trends and just searching up lights worldwide for the past 5 years, as you can see, every time about the end of October and the beginning of November, it trends. So as you can see, it's just about to spike way up, and this is the perfect time to be selling this type of product. Going back to the copywriting, comforting warm lights illuminate your surroundings. So you're just using really good descriptive language to describe how awesome and how beautiful this light will be and what it can do for you. It's going to induce a feeling of comfort, relaxation, and serenity. So this is kind of another version of the galaxy light that was so popular. It kind of takes the elements of it, which is the wow factor as well as a problem solving aspect, because the wow factor comes from just looking awesome, and then the problem solving factor comes from the feeling of comfort, relaxation, and serenity. So products that have a problem solving factor and a wow factor, those are the ones that really, really kill it. So it just goes on to talk more about the product. This is really awesome. This slider is absolutely amazing. So I don't know how well it works on mobile, but on desktop, this is awesome. Frequently asked questions, which is mandatory. You can just find, if you can't think of frequently asked questions that like off the top of your head, just go on Amazon, find the product, and then look at the questions that people are asking already. Chances are people that are looking on your product page are going to have the exact same questions. You have a guarantee here, try yours completely risk-free, which is awesome, and a call to action on the bottom of the page, which is fantastic. They have a ton of reviews, which is awesome. So, as you can see, you can kind of tell why this store is doing so well. They have the quantity breaks. They have a product that fits the market, that's trending right now, and they have solid copywriting and really good pictures. And I think this would sell me right here. Seeing my boring ass room in black and white almost, and then seeing it lit up and it looks awesome right here. This feature is really cool. Kind of geeking out over it right now. And frequently asked questions, the guarantee, which is really good to help drive conversions, because a lot of people are scared to buy off of ads they see on Facebook. But if they see a guarantee, I'm not saying it's going to fix all the problems or give you that trust factor back for everyone, but for some people, it's going to give them a lot of relief to know that they might get their money back if they get scammed. So with that being said, let's go into the ads library and take a look at what ads they're running. All right, so now let's look at the rest of the website, because they do seem like a niche store. Right here, this looks kind of weird on desktop, but I'm sure it looks fine on mobile. And it looks fine on mobile. And since most people are going to be visiting your store from mobile, that's what you want to optimize it for. Like if you can only make it look good on one platform, you want to make it look good on mobile. Again, right? That storytelling here is awesome, inspired by ancient Irish folk tales. Again, here using the imagery, imagine waking up in a fairy tale. Like that's probably their main selling point, because these lights are pretty awesome. So, that's probably the direction that I would go in as well. You can see that this is their best selling product because they have it right here. It has its own section. They did a product feature, and then they have other best sellers, which is just other items that they sell. I know this item did really well before, and I mean, all these items are going to start doing really well just because lights, right? It's going to start trending again. So they have a bunch of light products. Let's add to cart and see what happens. So I can see, yeah, it makes sense to go from the product page to a cart page instead of going straight to checkout, because they're a niche store and you might want to add other products there. If you're doing a one product store, you might want to think about going straight to checkout, just because it's an extra button that the user has to press. And you know, even if you're doing a niche store, maybe try it out and see how that affects your conversion rate. So they have trust badges here, which is great. And here, prices are shown or calculated in CAD, but final order. So yeah, just communicating with your customers, currency, and so you have as less friction as possible in the buying process. So the checkout is pretty standard. So now what I'll do is go into the ads library and take a look at their creatives. All right, so taking a look at their creatives, they have a ton of creatives. They've been testing for a while, or they've been running for a while, and they test a lot. So this year they have picture ads, picture. I assume they started out with picture ads. They built up capital, and then they started buying the products themselves and making their own content once they made enough sales to, and just reinvested their profits. So you can see here, this is one version, more of a UGC type of ad. Again, more of like a UGC type of ad. Maybe not full UGC, but kind of more raw. As you can see, again, they're testing so many different types of creatives. This is the more produced version. This is more UGC, and this is just kind of raw video that blends in with the timeline. That's the benefit of this type of product. Again, the UGC, and then more picture ads. They're just testing everything. And they're testing just the little sparkle in the lights, before and after. It's kind of like that swipe thing that I was showing on the website. Like, this is awesome as well. Unboxing, that is very popular because people just like watching unboxing videos. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I like watching unboxing videos as well. Again, so as you can see, this video is probably doing really well. My guess is that they're using it for a retargeting campaign. They're using the same video, but they're changing the ad copy. So, you know, split test everything. If you find something that's working, split test different types of reviews. So that one's from, these ones are from Hannah Zed, and this one is also from Hannah Zed, but they added a little bit here. They added that, the link and the free shipping and 90-day money back guarantee. Another picture, another unboxing video. So you can tell which ads are doing well by the amount of times they're using it over and over again. And if they're using an ad over and over again, maybe just tweaking one or two things, you can see that, okay, this is what's working well for them, and try to emulate that with your own brand. So if you see that they're using the UGC 3 different times and just changing the ad copy, you know that this type of ad does well. So take this type of ad, which is UGC, and apply it to your own store. You know, maybe buy your product off Amazon and have yourself commenting on it. You know, that works really well.
Wow, I will love this magical fairy tree.
It's a really funny ad. There it is, right? This is a creative test because it's the same clip, as you can see.
Wow, I will.
But they just changed the first clip. So instead of her turning it on, for this one, it's someone talking. So the moral of the story is test a ton of creatives. Even for myself, I found a first clip that did well, but after that, I even started testing second clips. And from testing second clips, I found a combination that brought my CTR from 1.5 to 2.5. And the difference that has on my ads is astronomical. So you definitely want to test as much as possible, especially if something is doing well, you want to capitalize on that. So take elements of what is doing well for these stores and use that for yourself. One big tip that I want to tell all of you when you're making your video ads, make sure the first few seconds you know exactly what the product is, right? Within 2 seconds, you see that this lights up. It's the main focus of the video, and that's why you know what you're actually looking at. Because if it's not obvious to them, right, think about it. They're scrolling their timeline looking at pictures of their families, memes, and politics. If you're not screaming exactly what your product is, or if your product isn't obvious to them, then they're not going to know what they're looking at. You want them to know what they're looking at so that they'll click your ad and buy your product. So I hope you guys got a little bit of value from this video today. We're looking at the different creatives, we looked at the website, and again, I said this last time and I'm going to say it again, the creative is king. So if you took anything away from this video, that should be it. So again, thank you for watching this video. And if you guys want me to do another case study, or if you guys want me to do a video on Facebook ads and how I'm scaling my Facebook ads, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, thank you for watching and have a great day.